NBA Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal once said, "My free throw percentage is God's way of showing us nobody is perfect." What he means when he said this is at the time, Shaquille O'Neal was arguably the most complete basketball player in the league. But the one common trend in the NBA is that most big men struggle with shooting free throws. I have boiled shooting free throws down to a 3-step process that will maximize your efficiency and make you a reliable member of any team. By utilizing proper base, hand placement, and rising up and following through, you too can almost achieve perfection like Shaquille O'Neal. The first part of the free throw process is the stance. I recommend your feet under your hips because this maximizes your strength and balance in your stance. Another little tip is when you are shooting a free throw to keep your feet pointed towards the glass. If you don't do this, what happens is you set yourself off center and you're more likely to hit the side of the rim than anything else. It's important to keep your feet square and your base narrow. The next step in the process is hand placement. I put my hand on the left side of the ball where the panels meet, and then I try to find the logo of the ball, and I split it with my index finger. By doing this, you have your hands in prime location to put spin on the ball and stroke it into the back of the net. As we move forward in the process, we're going to move down the body to arguably the most crucial part. It's the rising up and the following through. So once you have your base set and your hands placed, what I like to do is Coach Cleveland once told me visualization is the key. So I take a moment, I gather myself, and I think, oh, I'm going to stroke this free throw. And then what I do is I bend my knees for a second, take another breath, and then I rise up from my toes to the ceiling. And when I say that, I mean, once my toes are the only thing on the ground, everything else should be extending with it to be shooting a free throw. To wrap this up, we're going to put it all together, and we're going to shoot a free throw. By utilizing proper base, hand placement, and rising up and following through, you can increase your efficiency at one of the hardest shots in the NBA. And you can also become a reliable member of any team. I showed proper base to maximize balance and strength. I demonstrated proper hand placement, and and lastly, I talked about rising up and following through. You may not be a perfect basketball player like Shaquille O'Neal, but by following the steps, you can be close to perfection just like he was.